You know that feeling, right? You walk to the mailbox, grab that familiar envelope, tear it open, and boom, your stomach just drops. The electric bill is massive. Whether it's from blasting the AC through our brutal Utah summers or cranking the heat during a freezing winter, those energy costs can just skyrocket out of nowhere. It leaves you totally stressed out, anxious, and wondering how on earth you're going to make ends meet this month. It's a heavy burden, and honestly, thousands of Utahns face it every single year.
But listen, here's the good news, and it's exactly why we're here today. Financial relief is absolutely available. I'm talking about real, substantial help that is entirely within your reach. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed, just take a deep breath. You're definitely not alone in this, and there are actual safety nets designed specifically to catch you. Let's look at how we can build your path forward.
Welcome to this explainer on how to get help paying your electric bill in Utah. I'm honestly so excited to guide you through this today because understanding these resources, it can quite literally change your life. We're going to break down everything you need to know to secure financial assistance and empower you to navigate these programs with total confidence. Yep, even if you are a complete beginner to the whole process. All right, here's our agenda for today. 1. Utah's Assistance Programs Overview. 2. Program Eligibility Requirements. 3. Step-by-step application process. 4. Maximizing benefits and resources. 5. Real impact and successes. And 6. Conclusion and professional disclaimer. Let's jump right into Section 1, Utah's Assistance Programs Overview.
Okay, our first major program is called HEAT. That stands for Home Energy Assistance Target. Think of it as Utah's local version of the federal LIHEP program, funded by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. The way it works is pretty straightforward. It provides a one-time annual benefit that gets paid directly to your utility vendor to help offset those heating and cooling costs. We're talking about a payout anywhere from $140 all the way up to $800. And hey, if you're facing a severe crisis, like an active shutoff notice, that assistance can actually reach up to $1,500.
But HEAT isn't the only player in town. This brings us to HELP, the Home Electric Lifeline program. Now, while HEAT is that one-time federal benefit, HELP is actually a ratepayer-supported discount specifically for Rocky Mountain Power customers. It gives you an ongoing monthly credit on your bill of up to $18. And honestly, the best part is how these two work together. If you apply for HEAT and you're a Rocky Mountain Power customer, you are automatically enrolled into HELP to get those monthly discounts. So you get the benefit of both programs with just one single application. Pretty awesome, right?
Moving right along to Section 2, Program Eligibility Requirements.
So the absolutely crucial thing to understand here is the FPL, or the Federal Poverty Level. This is basically a federally set income baseline that agencies use to figure out who qualifies for aid. For both the HEAT and HELP programs in Utah, the magic number to remember is 150%. What that means is your total household income has to be at or below 150% of the federal poverty level to qualify for assistance.
Let's put that into perspective with some actual dollars and cents for 2026. If you live alone, your maximum yearly income to qualify is $23,940. If you got a household of 4, your total income needs to be $49,500 or less. You can just instantly measure yourself against these numbers. If your household falls under these limits, you are highly likely to be eligible for both HEAT and HELP.
Now, beyond just that income threshold, there are a few basic administrative requirements you gotta hit. You must actually be responsible for paying the home energy costs, meaning the bill needs to be in your name. Also, your household has to have at least one U.S. citizen or qualified non-citizen. And of course, you have to submit a fully completed and signed application. So no huge surprises here, just your standard bureaucratic boxes to check off.
Let's get into the how-to with Section 3, Step-by-Step Application Process.
The process is broken down into 3 main phases. Step 1 is simply deciding how you want to apply, and you've got some fantastic options here. You can do the whole thing online via the state's MyTaste portal, or if you prefer actually speaking to a human, just call 1-866-205-4357 to apply over the phone. You can also print and mail an application, or even visit a local office in person, like Utah Community Action if you happen to be in Salt Lake or Two-Wheel counties. Step 2 is gathering your documents, and Step 3 is submitting the whole shebang and waiting.
Let's talk about Step 2 for a second. To build a strong application and avoid any annoying delays, go ahead and gather these documents right now. You're going to need a picture ID for anyone 18 and older, social security cards for everyone in the house, or a birth certificate if you have a baby under 12 months. You'll also need your most recent power and gas bills, proof of income for the month prior to applying, and, if it applies to you, proof of medical expenses or a disability. Having all this ready up front just makes the process so much more seamless.
Now, managing expectations is super important when it comes to the timeline. Government processing always takes a minute, right? From the day you submit your application, expect to wait about 6 to 8 weeks to receive your official approval or denial letter in the mail. If you're approved, the financial benefit will magically appear on your utility account about 6 to 10 days after that approval. So the trick is to apply early and just know that a short wait is totally normal.
All right, on to Section 4, maximizing benefits and resources.
Getting your current utility bills paid is incredible, no doubt about it. But what if we could lower your future bills permanently? Well, enter WAP, the Weatherization Assistance Program. This is a totally free, state-run program that provides home improvements and energy audits for income-eligible households. They'll literally come in, check your indoor air quality, upgrade your insulation, and make all sorts of energy efficiency improvements at absolutely no cost to you. It is for sure the ultimate long-term solution.
Alongside WAP, there are a few other alternative avenues for support you should definitely know about. 211 Utah is a massive referral database for everything from housing to food. The Salvation Army in Salt Lake City actually has specific utility crisis funds if you have an active shutoff notice and vulnerable people in your home. Local nonprofits, like Community Action Services down in Provo, offer direct help too. And if you live in a rural area served by a cooperative, you might have access to some incredible tailored programs. Things like Garcane Energy's half-price power during off-peak hours, or prepay models that completely skip the need for security deposits.
Let's look at some real-world results in Section 5, real impact and successes. Take Linda Moore, for example. She's a cooperative utility member who utilized one of these energy efficiency makeover programs. Before getting help, her home was, well, practically unlivable. She said she was freezing in the winter and burning up in the summer. But after receiving weatherization upgrades and assistance, her monthly energy bills dropped from a staggering $700 a month down to $380. Guys, that is life-changing financial relief. It literally keeps over $300 in her pocket every single month.
And then we have John Norseworthy, another cooperative member who used a pay-as-you-save efficiency program. With this setup, upgrades are made to the home and the savings generated actually pay for the work itself without the homeowner going into debt. John perfectly sums up the logic here, saying, "You save enough to pay for the work, it doesn't make sense to me that anyone wouldn't do it." He hit the nail on the head. The assistance frameworks we've discussed today are designed to work for you. Please do not hesitate to use them.
And finally, Section 6, conclusion and professional disclaimer.
The biggest takeaway from our time together today is this: massive financial help is literally just a phone call or a click away. You do not have to sit in the cold, and you definitely don't have to stress over that envelope in the mail. Take action today. Pick up the phone and call 1-866-205-4357 or visit jobs.utah.gov to start your heat application right now.
And of course, as with all government programs, we've got to do our professional disclaimer. This explainer provides general guidance based on available sources. Funding availability, exact deadlines, and specific eligibility requirements can occasionally change. So please verify all specifics directly with the official Utah State resources and your local utility providers when you apply.
So, I'm going to leave you with one final question to think about. What steps will you take today to secure your financial relief and weatherize your home for the future? You've got the roadmap now, you know the requirements, and you have the resources. The power is completely in your hands. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, here's to a more comfortable, financially secure home.